Welcome to Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? This is your go-to source for practical advice and support when considering if a divorce is the right answer for you. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll uncover a variety of topics such as child custody, property division, and self-care. Together, we'll explore the emotional, financial, and legal aspects of divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here is your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst Professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, Financial Advisor and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst Professional. And today we're continuing the Mike's Relationship Series, and our topic of discussion really goes around self-care. Now, when you're looking at getting ready to go through the divorce process, it is important that you consider some, let's say, extra self-care for yourself, because it's going to be a long, arduous process with regards to getting through the divorce. Okay. And so whatever you can do to help relieve stress and tension, not only helps yourself, but if you happen to have kids, it's going to help them as well, because of the fact that they're going to feel your stress and tension if you're carrying it around. And so when you look at self-care coming through and looking at the divorce process, it's pretty important to actually keep a level head. There's going to be a lot of negotiations. There's going to be a lot of things you don't like. There's going to be a lot of things your future ex-spouse isn't going to like that he may or she may try to blame you for or yell at you for or whatever, which is, not really acceptable. But you still have to deal with that as a potential problem. So when we look at lots of self-care stuff, you're also looking in terms of, all right, how's your self-esteem level? Is it as good as it can be? Do you have good self-esteem? Do you not? Are you, uncertainty sometimes will, hamper your self-esteem as well. So you want to be positive as much as possible. Surround yourself with positive people who understand and will be there for you to help, keep you on the right course and the right path as you get through the divorce process. Now, you're also looking at, how to get past it, the relationship that died, and how's that going to look, and what's your new life going to look like? I mean, you're getting ready to file, let's say, and go through the process. So you're kind of looking at everything from start to finish. It's like, I got all this stuff on my plate. Self-care will help you get through that process a little bit smoother. If you can make better decisions, smarter choices, then after you get through the divorce process, you're less likely to have issues with your ex or issues with how the settlement agreement went or parenting plan went, because you were in the right frame of mind to make it work. So you're going to have to, work on the self-care to help keep the mind clear. And that clear mind is going to help you do many, many things. And like I said, when you have kids, it's going to work on the kids. When it's yourself, but it's going to allow you to process things more quickly through the divorce and figuring out, like who you are, where you've been, and, what does the future look like, and what do you want to shape the future as? Because while it's going to be a little ways off because of the court process and how long it will take between you and your future ex-spouse of negotiating between the assets and liabilities and the housing arrangements and all that stuff, there's a lot of weight that's going to be placed on your shoulders to get through this. But you also want to get through it successfully. You don't want to have an issue that lingers for 10 years because you made a poor choice going through the divorce process. You really want to get everything hammered out at once, because the odds of it getting changed is actually pretty slim. So you have to live with the choices and decisions that you make. And one of the best ways to do that is by taking care of yourself, whether it's through exercise, making sure you get diet, plenty of sleep, meditation, yoga, whatever it is. What do you enjoy? What do you like? What brings you relaxation and calm? And once you settle in on that and get it built into your daily routine and system and everything else you got going on, then you're going to find that you're going to be in a better spot for all these decisions that are coming through the pipeline. All right, that's it for today's session. We got more coming up. Hope you watch all the relationship series. But I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties. Is Divorce the Answer? And if you have questions, just ask. I'm happy to help. Reach out to me. And with that, have yourself a really good day.